What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. So, y'all, there's one thing about relationships that really it's just one thing that really pisses me off, and that is when someone cheats. It happens a lot more than I think we know about, than we realize. It happens in a lot of relationships, and, maybe they just choose not to speak about it or to confront the person about it. But me personally, I went through that. I was cheated on. I've never cheated, but I was cheated on, and that was probably one of the worst feelings that I have ever felt, as far as a negative feeling in a relationship. I felt like crap. I felt about this tall, and the hurt and the pain that come with that is, it's just indescribable. Because you go through all these emotions. You think, well, maybe I'm not good enough, or am I not attractive enough, or do they not love me? And it really messes with someone's mind, and it can really mess with someone's heart too. Because if, let's say, you get cheated on and you decide to leave the relationship, that pain, unless you address it and really get down to the root of it and express that feeling and just kind of work through it, it'll carry with you forward, like, to your next relationships. You will be kind of paranoid. You will have it in your mind that, what if they're cheating, or what if they're talking to somebody, or what are they doing when I'm not around? Because I went through that, y'all, and that sucked. Because you can't help it, because it's kind of like a PTSD thing, and the person you're dating is kind of looking at you like, oh, you're crazy, and really you're not. You're just, you just have had something that's happened to you that really kind of cuts you deep. And the thing about cheating, y'all, is I don't really believe that once you're a cheater, always a cheater. Now, don't get me wrong, because I'm not condoning it, but I actually believe there are some people out there who maybe done it once, and they truly made a mistake, and they changed their ways, and they never did it again, and they were able to work through it with their partner, their spouse, or whatever. And this is both in gay and straight relationships. Me being a gay man, and having experienced my relationships romantically with other men in my previous marriage. I know it happens a lot in the gay community, and I think we all know that. If you've ever really taken any kind of part in being around other gay men and really getting to know how the community works, you'll see the infidelity is a big thing, and also open relationships and polyamory. And if that's what you like to do, and that's what you feel you need to do, is to be in a polyamorous relationship, go for it. Be you. Because, y'all, the thing is, I think what really annoys the hell out of me is that people know, they know themselves. They know if they are able to stay committed, if they are able to just remain with one person sexually. And when they know that they struggle with that, and that's not something that they really want, don't get in a relationship with someone who is truly monogamous. Get into a relationship with someone who is okay with that, and you both, you have your love life together, but you also have your separate love lives together. Don't drag someone through the mud. Be honest with yourself, be honest with them, and I think it would save us all a lot of hurt and save us all a lot of time. Because I remember the time I got cheated on. One thing that I was really pissed off about was, I feel like I wasted that time with that person when I could have been out doing other things, or possibly met the right person. And I just, and saying, and the thing about cheating is it'll mess with your head, and you don't know whether you want to stay or you want to go. And I'm telling you from experience, it is so much easier to leave than it is to stay. I applaud the people that stayed they stayed with a cheating partner and managed to work through it, because that's really some bravery. But also, it kind of comes to a point where it can slightly be stupidity, because you say you've been with this guy or girl, whatever, and they've cheated on you multiple times, and it's like a cycle. They cheat, you find out, they apologize, blah, 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 and you keep getting hurt over and over and over. And there comes a point where it's like you need to let it go. If the relationship is gonna destroy you, let it go, move on, and get that person out of your life. And I don't have children of my own, y'all, but the relationships where children are involved, I understand you don't want to raise your children in a broken home. Let's say your spouse cheats on you. Y'all have a whole life together. Y'all have children together. Y'all live together, everything. You don't want to put your children through that, and I absolutely understand that. But there comes a time, if those children grow up, seeing how their parents interact with each other, eventually they're going to find out the older they get that dad was not faithful to mom or mom was not faithful to dad. I mean, there's going to come a time that it will come out and they will figure it out somehow or hear it from somebody, and, they will know. When one spouse is cheating on the other spouse and the spouse knows it, more than likely they're not going to have this happy love life and get along very well and just live this glorious lifestyle together. And your children are going to see that. And they're going to think that's what relationships are. And, it puts them at risk of thinking that is okay, that is normal. And, they think that's that's what love is. And then they enter a relationship like that when they're older and, they're miserable. And, you just keep passing it on to the next generation, on and on. And so, I don't think just because you have children that you should stay with someone, because, it's better. To me, because I had this happen with some of my cousins growing up, I think it's better, let's say you have children, your spouse is cheating, and it's a toxic relationship. I truly think it is better for the children to be, their parents to be split up and grow up in a better, more stable, kinder environment, even if they're living with just mom or just dad. Broken families it's not a desirable thing for anyone. It causes a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. But, if your spouse is continuously cheating on you and making you feel like dirt, get away from them, let them go, move on, and do what you got to do to take care of yourself. Because I remember, y'all, the time that I was cheated on, he played it very well. I mean, he was a very good liar, and it took me by surprise. And that really is what I think really got me the most, is it was such a surprise that at first I just could not believe it. Like, I absolutely could not believe, of all the people in the world, that he would have done that. And and it's like it messes with your whole identity about yourself and the identity you have of your partner. It's almost like you grieve what you thought they were, and that's a real thing. Part of it feels like they've died and you're with a totally different person, and the person you loved is no longer around, because it will forever change the way that you look at your partner. Even if it happens just once and you're able to stay with them and work through it, you'll never forget it. And you will always probably have some negative feelings about that, even years on, down the road. And the best analogy, y'all, that I think I've ever heard for cheating is, I'm trying to make sure I get this right. When you cheat on someone, it's like wrecking a car. You can fix it, you can repair it, but it will never quite run the same. And I heard that and I was like, wow, that is like the most, that describes it perfectly, because that's exactly how it is. When it happened to me, I tried to stay and tried to work through it, but as time went on, I knew in my heart, I knew in my mind that this person, I truly felt they were going to do it again, and that's who they were. I try not to get too caught up in someone's past. We all have a past. We've all done bad things, but this particular person had a past of, being continuously cheating on everybody. So I was like, you know what? I'm not staying in this. I'm moving on. And that's another thing, y'all, is you can't judge someone, by their past. But if you're entering a relationship with someone and for a fact that their previous relationships was nothing but cheating and lying and just infidelity over and over, I just truly think it is best to not get involved with that. I know that may sound very judgmental towards, someone and maybe just, not giving them a chance, but you have to watch out for yourself. You can't just give everyone a chance hoping that they won't do this to me, because y'all, in life, you will get screwed over at some point. You will get hurt. And the people that hurt you the most are usually the ones that you love the most. And you'll never think that's them that will do it. But, that's how it happens. But, even though it hurts like hell, it makes you so much stronger of a person. After that happened to me, y'all, in my next relationship after that, I decided to stay single and kind of work through the issues that all that caused me. And so when I was finally better and entered my next relationship, I was such a stronger man. I didn't lean on my partner as much as I used to. And, I really was able to stand on my own 2 feet. So, guys, if your partner has cheated on you, I completely understand the way it feels. It's not fun, and it's almost like it like obsessively consumes your mind. It's almost like that's all you can think about. I know, but the thing about it is, and I know, you're probably sick of hearing this, and so many people's told you this, but because I used to get so mad when people would tell me this, but it does get better. Time will help heal the wound. You may always have, flashbacks of it and may have some PTSD, but you will get to where you are able to function again and you are able to move on and to love again. Because I know a lot of people, once they go through something like that, they don't think they're lovable or they think they're going to be alone forever because nobody wants to be with them. But that is not true at all. So if your partner is cheating on you, y'all, like I said, it's easier to go than it is to stay. But if you feel there is a slight bit of hope to work it out, I definitely think you should go for it and try, especially talk about it, like adults, and don't be getting mad and fighting and all that and, getting physical. Talk about it like adults, try to work through it. And if there's any little sliver of hope that it can be saved and you both feel it in here, then definitely go for it and just see what happens. Give it time, and if it just continues to happen again, or you really just completely lose that spark altogether, then it's best if you just move on because life is too short, and your happiness is important, just like everyone else's. Your life is valuable and you are meant, and I think everyone is entitled to have the best life that they can have, but we have to give that to ourselves. Nobody's going to hand that to us. So, guys, I hope y'all have I hope y'all have a wonderful holiday season. Have a happy new year. My throat's going out. I think I'm getting kind of sick, but I don't know. I hope I get better because I don't want to be sick over the holiday. So, guys, thank y'all so much. I will see y'all in a few days with another video. Y'all have a good weekend. See ya. Bye.